Welcome back to Banner Saga, and Ivar is revealed to be... Wait, the enormous Varl in question towers over the men in the training field. He squints as you approach. Ivar. Already back, huntsman? I thought you'd be tomorrow.
Dredge everywhere.
Dredge? How'd they get through Greyhorn? Must have broken through the fort. The fighters nearby have stopped sparring. They gather around. Damn it! They'll be here soon if you're not already. You hear screams from the outskirts. People are running toward the Great Hall. Ivar turns one of the older boys in his group of fighters. Egil, take Alette to the Great Hall. Tell the chieftain what's happening. The rest of you, gather up as many people as you can.
Come on, Alette. No, wait, I want to help.
Let them fight. We all must fight. Why not invite some goats to join us too? You're asking for dead kids. I won't let anything happen to you. They'll have to deal with it sooner or later, Ivar. What now? Phew. Egil, keep your shield up. We'll just hold them off until everyone's inside. Then we'll figure out what to do next. More shouts draw your attention to some houses atop a nearby hill. So will it be a straight fight? Or do I have options? Alright. It's be cool if they were marching in over in different places. Oh. That one's different. It's like a shield deal. Sure enough, Dredge are gathering in number. Fear threatens to bubble over into panic. How long do we need to keep this up, you ask? Ivar shakes his head unknowingly. That's a bad sign. So let's see. Okay, we have 4 peeps. So he's got the one, they've got the one each. They're untested. He's the shield man. I want him too. Rook can go first. Something like that, so that she can hopefully capitalize behind the crew and snipe it up. Also have Archer charge forward. Do I get placement? Because placement will help a lot. Yeah, so we're gonna focus right, I believe. Do that. That's nice. So he's leading. That's fine. What's his range? He can approach. But we just maintain a formation, the shield wall. And we should be good to go. He'll be next, followed by him. I could break the shield wall to take him out, though. Otherwise, he gets an attack. So let's just nip it in the bud. Like this. Good job, boy. I walked right past him. You know, that will work. Taken care of. So now Alette, she does not have the range to do much. He can get to there, so that's not good. So you know what, for now, move her to like here. Just chill. Because he can't extend that far. Yeah, he should probably get there just in case, because he can, or he'll move up one. He can go diagonal. Let's actually go there. Or, oh, can I mark from there? Ah, I can't mark from there. Let's do a standard attack. got plans. So move up 1. Do some good stuff. Very good. Oh, I didn't foresee this. I thought she'd get a turn. She can survive long enough. That's good enough for now. Oh man, just wrecking him. Actually, let's get him around the back, and then do your mark, and that'll finish him. And I guess they all get credit for the kill, which is great. He has been a real trooper. Very good. That's how you do it. Combat can be unforgiving. Don't hesitate to change difficulty if the battle leaves you frustrated or you find yourself needing tougher challenge. Oh, I should make it easier. Challenge difficulty has no effect on the story or choices. I wonder if it affects the renown. Because if I can get more renown at a different difficulty... A black horde is forming at the tree line. Enough of this. Glancing over his shoulder. We're going back. Then adds, Rook, I'm doing one more check of the houses around here. See if you can find anyone. No, we gotta keep watch. We gotta head back. We don't want to head back immediately. As you turn to head back, a colossus appears. It silently looms over Alette, its face an expressionless, stony mask, more terrifying than any roar it may have produced. Time seems slow as it pulls back its enormous mace. I've got to shoot it with an arrow. As though a second nature, you knock an arrow, Alette standing directly between you and the dredge, making the shot perilous at best. If you're off by a few inches, shout to get her attention. Instead, fire safely above the dredge to distract it. No, take the shot. Passes like an eternity. An arrow bounces off of his face, inches away from what you think is an eye. It recoils, then turns upon Alette again. Egil rushes. Ivar throws himself between them, catching the mace in his shield, and returns the favor, crushing the dredge's head with his shield point. When the dust settles, you can see that everyone is all right. Let's get out of here. As he goes to check the last few houses. Rook, see if you can find any more survivors and meet me in front of the hall. So the heroes are here. Let's go to the market. Oh, I can actually use the market. 23 renown. Strength, resistance. 1 will per kill. Extra arm. Less aggro. Arm and rest. Less arm per turn. That's really powerful. You need to be level 4. I'd be willing to have that in my... And supplies. We desperately need... Yeah, cool. There's no more houses. So let's see if we can upgrade the heroes. Items. Armor, strength, and willpower. Yeah, our lead man. Alright, can I do it for 5? Yes, I can. So obviously just general good practice. And Ivar, you get a promotion too. You already have some decent break. Let's give you some armor. This could just be unstoppable. And let's meet him. You find anyone? A few. Sent them inside. Gods, this is bad. I'm out of practice, Rook. Look, as long as I've known you, you've always wormed your way out of talking about Dredge. This would be the time to start talking. I can tell you they rarely stop for rest. The sooner we leave, the better. They'll follow us until we're tipping over tired, women and children. Then they'll attack. Even after we're wiped out, they'll keep coming, trampling corpses in their wake. There's no end to them. How did anyone survive the Great Wars? Ask the Menders. I wasn't there. But I know you've fought your fair share. Yeah, I've killed enough slag for one lifetime. That's why you're going to save us now. Don't lay that on me. Come on, let's get inside. It seems we have a last stand in the Great Hall. Rook, thank the gods you made it. The Great Hall is an utter din, filled with dozens of terrified families. Don't stop worrying yet. I haven't. What in the depths is going on? Dredge milling around, ransacking houses. It's a cool tattoo. The chieftain's wife finds you, pushing through the crowd. They must know we're here. Why haven't they attacked? I don't know. I wouldn't expect it to last. But I've made some decisions. But to tell me straight, what would you both do in my place? I'd have left by now. They're already outside the doors. Not so easily done, Rook. I trust him on this one. I care to make. I think we... Oh, no, we cannot hold out against a roving fucking horde. The chieftain sighs, a deep and heavy breath, slumping. He looks years older. I imagined us fighting back and saving the town, but nonsense. Ivor's right, of course. We can't just wait to be slaughtered. Where do we go, if Dredge are coming down from the north? Frostveller, to the west. It's close and it has walls. I intend to be free of Skoger in one push, nobody left behind. I wouldn't. If they follow us, we're done. What do you suggest? Let me create a distraction, then go. I'll catch up on the road to Frostveller. It sounds like suicide. Let's do as the chieftain says. Ivor's right, and I'll help. What if we set the town on fire as we left? Abandon the store. Who cares about the storehouse? I'll help you out, buddy. Takes two to tango. Chief thinks for a long moment. I didn't ask for advice, just to ignore it. Promise you're not throwing away your lives on this. That wasn't part of the plan, Ivor. Nope. Then I'm coming with you. That catches you by surprise. The chieftain rubs his chin, but doesn't argue. From the training she's given Alette, you've no doubt she can handle a bow. So she's like Alette times ballerness. Fine, I'll get the townspeople ready. Make your move, Ivor. We'll leave when you're clear. I want Gil with us, says Ivor. If something happens to us, I need him to tell the chieftain. Ivor goes off to find him. Alette finds you. I know what you're doing. You have to let me come, she says. Don't leave me. Please, I'll be good. Okay, let's get her some experience. I promise. Ivor soon finds you. Let's go. Remember, we're not trying to fight them at all. We're just getting their attention. You step into the town courtyard, where you can already see Dredge in every direction. Ivor starts banging his shield and swearing at them. We kill a few, he shouts, and the rest will follow. You steel yourself for a tough fight. Yeah, so we're going to have 5 in the battle line. And does this make... Yeah, we'll have the archers at the end, kind of do an archer cleanup. And none. If I could get her a kill, that'd be great. Get those 2 a kill so that they can get upgraded. Okay, do we have options? That's a good question. We do. So Rook, I'll put him there. I actually want to put them in range. Oh. In range this. I don't know where the spawn is going to be. That's the only problem, so we could get in trouble quite easily. I'm happy with this, though. So he's going to get wrecked so hard, it's not even funny. Because I'm going to do my mark, and then everyone's going to get an attack on him. Ah, he survived. Alright, you're going to get yours in, boy. Promotion. So let's do this, get a good angle. I'm gonna leave him alive so she can get the kill. Nice. Oh, that was pretty easy. I expected like them to just come spawning in. Yep, got 2 promotions. Sweet. And enough renown to do at least 1. And we're off. Morale improved. You have no problem getting the dredge to follow. Things begin to look dicey, but you're eventually able to lose them in the thick woods, where they have difficulty keeping up. You climb to an overlook and wait for the caravan to appear. An hour later, Oddleif is the first to spot them. There! She points to the road. As you rejoin them, you can tell there was trouble. Some people wounded, others missing. A group is gathered at the rear of the caravan. Oddleif walks beside a covered figure in the open wagon. Old fool, she says, through clenched teeth. I should have stayed with him. The chieftain's death hits you like a blow to the gut. Boom! You continue on to Frostveller in silence. Alet's hand firmly in your own. Lots of renown. I think everybody gets upgrades. But I can do it right before battle, so I'll just wait. Pausing to catch your breath, you glance backward to see the caravan stretched out past the point of safety. You're spaced out so far you're unable to see those bringing up the rear. We've got to pull them together, says Ivor. It'll be dangerous to stop until the least the Godstone. The path should be just ahead. Call an early stop for the day. That's not acceptable. Slow the pace. Rally with a speech. Keep a steady. Let's rally. You make your way to the rear and hoist a small child onto your shoulders. Fight for every step! Remember those who didn't make it and push onwards! The clansmen see your effort and follow suit, pushing themselves harder. A little renown, a little less supplies. Decline. But we got this sweet Godstone. Wonder what it is. Like a guy with a spear. There's like a bunny and something else. Far enough for today, I think. After a day of misery, men and women dropped their meager possessions beneath the godstone of Hridvalir. What are we doing? We just left our homes because suddenly there were dredge. Chieftain did what I suggested, and look what he got for it. Look at these people. Somebody has to hold them together. That's you, Rook. How am I supposed to do that? What do we do? But you're the dredge killer. How am I supposed to do that? Lie? Tell them everything's going to be alright? Gods, Rook, I don't know. Pretend you know what you're doing. That's what the rest of us do. Thanks for the advice. Then do whatever you want. Let them fend for themselves if you can live with it. You humans are absurd, Rook. Furious when you're not in control. Terrified when you are. Pull it together. You're right. Think of how I feel. I'm stuck nursing a bunch of weaklings. You do care, I can tell. Pho. Men are a plague on the world, worse than any dredge, as far as I can tell. Chats like this are why we get along well, Ivor. Goodest of friends. You sleep poorly, the sun forever stuck to an eternal bright sky. Before the others rise, you find yourself staring over long, low hills covered in pine. Oh, lost supplies. The godstone looms overhead, the massive eyes of Hrdvalier looking the same direction as you. Now we inspect. The weathered stone doesn't see many visitors. Not much reason to travel so far east. When hunters come through, they sometimes stop to give offerings out of habit more than anything else, now that the gods are dead. The gods are dead. Hrdvalier was the god of hunters and of wild beasts, occasionally seen roaming the lands as both man and wolf. He was always depicted in effigy with his terrible spear. You wonder what he'd think about his woods being full of dredge now. A young girl from the caravan approaches. "I made this for you," she says, handing you a crude necklace carved from a branch she must have found nearby. Thank you for saving my mama," she says, before running back to her tent. Back at the tent, you rouse Alette, who clings to your arm until she's completely awake. Bad dreams. Eventually, the camp is broken down and it's time to move on to Frostfeller. It feels like an end more than a start. Gained a Bjarken rune. There we go. 3 of them. I was doing some analyzing, but no more. So, it'd be cool if they had a little Godstone landmark in a town. The caravan halts when a group of men appear on the trail, weapons at their feet. "We've seen the dredge in your wake," says one. "We don't wish to meet them alone. If you let us join, we'll show you a watering hole with enough animals to fill those supply wagons." Inherent fear of strangers rises, mutters from the caravan. Should we allow them to join? What are you doing out here alone? Refuse and make sure they don't follow. Well, I'll make that decision in the next episode, so catch you all then.